Hey everyone, and welcome to Boss's Autoblog. With Car and Driver putting out an article recently on a number of midsize pickup trucks, I figured why not do a comparison of my own between two pickup trucks that I know very well, which is the Chevy Colorado Z71 and the Ford Ranger Lariat. Now personally, I feel like both pickup trucks provide two completely different driving experiences and fit two completely different lifestyles. Now, however, when I say this, the Colorado really is more of an off-roader, a rugged pickup truck that you would take to a construction site or if you're a contractor. And the Ford Ranger, as of right now, I'm not sure anyone really knows what its place is in the market. But having spent some time with it, filming it, and test driving it, I actually think that it's going to be a perfect daily driver. Now, it has to be noted before we even get to this comparison that we're comparing a V6 and a 4-cylinder. So that can always change the game when it comes to which one is a better pickup truck for you. But for this comparison, actually, I think the 4-cylinder competes very well with the V6, and that's what makes this head-to-head very difficult to figure out who is the clear winner here. And so, without wasting any further time, let's get right into this comparison. The Chevy versus Ford debate has always been a touchy subject when it comes to car and truck enthusiasts in the United States. Brand loyalists for both manufacturers adamantly support their company, and crossing over to the opposing side is almost like committing treason. For the full-size pickup truck segment, the Ford F-150 has solidified its place as being the best pickup truck on the market, whereas the Chevy Silverado has experienced an interesting 6 months as consumers weren't impressed with the refresh for the 2019 model year. Now that Ford has re-entered the midsize pickup truck market, the rivalry has been turned up a notch, as fans of the Ford Ranger can once again purchase a new model in North America. Since the beginning of October of 2018, I've had numerous opportunities to film and get behind the wheel of the Chevy Colorado Z71. And then in January, the Ford Ranger Lariat became the second pickup I got acquainted with throughout the winter and early spring. During this time, I got to experience the pros and cons of each pickup, how they handled on the road, the ride comfort, and many other aspects consumers would notice when daily driving either truck. While both are in the same segment and are fundamentally the same, there's differences between the two that start appearing within 10 minutes of being behind the wheel of both pickups. Pertaining to the Ford Ranger, how the brand has marketed this vehicle immediately indicates they're not trying to take customers from Chevy, but instead are trying to influence a new generation of buyers to join the pickup truck market. Specifically designed for markets outside the United States, the Ranger we receive is more domesticated not only when it comes to optional packages, but also the engine selection, or lack thereof, here in North America. Ford is trying to introduce a pickup truck that can compete with crosstown rivals, while also grabbing attention and interest before being refreshed in a few years. This not only explains the limited selection of options for the Ranger, but also the conservative approach when it comes to packages that would enhance the off-road driving experience. Coming standard is a 2.3-liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder engine that gets 270 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque, and is paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. While not offered with the V6 or even a diesel option like the Colorado Z71, the Ranger certainly doesn't lack power, as it can carry a maximum payload of 1,800 pounds. When it comes to how it drives, steering is almost car-like, as the Ranger is very easy to adapt to. Suspension seems softer than the Colorado Z71, and with the Lariat trim, you receive full leather seats. Passengers in the back will get slightly less legroom than if they were in the Colorado, but the full leather seats add more comfort than what you'd find in the Z71. Overall for the interior, it arrived to dealers outdated. The current generation Ranger we're just getting now has been sold in Australia and other global markets for years, and we're receiving this model at the tail end of its life cycle. The instrument cluster is from the last generation of Ford products. There's no wireless phone charger, and for right now, the pre-facelifted Ford Sync 3 infotainment system is what you'll receive, which isn't the greatest, but you do get Apple CarPlay compatibility. However, if we're comparing this to the 2019 Colorado's interior, there isn't a major discrepancy when it comes to how it's aged. When looking at the Ranger as a complete package, it's certainly geared more towards consumers who are occasionally adventurous, who may need the utility of the cargo bed from time to time, use this pickup as a daily driver, and could possibly fit a younger demographic lifestyle. The Ranger could be seen as a vehicle that introduces younger buyers to the Ford pickup truck lineup in hopes that 3 to 5 years down the road, they upgrade to the Ford F-150. The Chevrolet Colorado Z71, on the other hand, is more purpose-built, like all the pickup trucks sporting the bow tie before it. Unlike the Ranger, footholds on the rear bumper make it easy to get in the bed of the truck, whereas Ford decided not to add this minor detail in the design. Chevy knows their customers well, so utility, versatility, and usability take precedence. The road presence of the Colorado is what's drawing a growing number of Americans to the brand, as thankfully it doesn't look like the new Silverado, and its simplistic and traditional design is perfect for the average American who is looking for a work truck. Under the hood, the Colorado Z71 has two engine options, one being a 2.8-liter Duramax turbo diesel 4-cylinder engine, and the other being a 3.6-liter V6, which will be the one we focus on since the Ranger is only equipped with a gas-powered engine. The V6 puts out 308 horsepower and 275 pound-feet of torque, and is paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Payload capacity is very similar to the Ranger, and when it comes to driving dynamics, this is where the differences begin to get noticed. Suspension is more firm, giving you the impression that the Colorado Z71 is made for off-road use and places where roads haven't been paved yet, like at a construction site. This rugged feel translates to the interior as well, with partial leather seats being offered, unlike the full leather seats in the Ford Ranger Lariat. You do get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility, along with a wireless phone charger. Rear legroom is slightly bigger in the Colorado than the Ranger, but the partial leather seats aren't going to be as comfortable, so the Z71 is more of a truck you'd use because of its utility rather than road trips or adventures with friends and family. Overall, the Colorado Z71 is built for a particular lifestyle or purpose. The customers who walk into a Chevy dealer know exactly what they're looking for in a truck, and the Colorado meets the demands and specific needs for buyers in this market. This is why at the end of the day, it wouldn't be fair to just hand the trophy off to the Colorado as being the better pickup between the two, because both are built for different purposes. Ford is still trying to pinpoint their target demographic with the Ranger, as most fans of the previous generation are not likely to downgrade from the F-Series until a V6 option becomes available. Chevy, on the other hand, has been in the midsize pickup truck segment for over a decade with the Colorado nameplate. And with the successful formula they have in place with this truck, Americans are continuing to respond well to what is being offered to them. Having a diesel option also plays a decisive factor for some buyers. But if the Z71 isn't enough, the Colorado ZR2 is a more aggressive off-roader for avid adventurers. The Ford Ranger arrived with high expectations from consumers. Whether it's met them is another discussion entirely. For the 2019 model year, I see the reintroduction of the midsize pickup as a way for Ford to test the waters and get consumers prepared for next decade. That's why for this comparison, I'd recommend test driving both pickups to see which one fits your lifestyle, because that will ultimately determine which pickup is the best for the American consumer. So guys, let me know what you think. I have a feeling a number of you are going to say that the Colorado Z71 is the better pickup truck, and that actually is a valid statement, because I think the Colorado Z71 is a better pickup truck overall. But again, to be fair, I have to say that the Ranger does have its place, and I think it does fit in with the millennial lifestyle of being more adventurous, being outdoors, doing, climbing mountains and, surfing waves. I think that the Ranger definitely has its place. Now, we will have to see what Ford does to the Ranger, because there is a lot of rumors that they're going to have a Raptor version of it, but who knows, that's probably later down the road by 2022. But as of right now, I would say the Colorado Z71 is the better pickup truck, but if you're looking for more of a daily driver that fits your lifestyle of maybe taking the kids out, to places, or, you just want that more of a comfortable pickup truck, maybe the Ranger does fit that lifestyle, might be a better pickup truck for you. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys next time.